Hi, my name is Unported, and I'm a painter and digital artist, and I also study visual communication design at the University of Stellenbosch. This year, I'm doing my third year in my studies, and there's so much to speak about, and I feel like this year is a very important year for me to speak about these studies. It's a lot like grade 11 in high school. I thought that the jump from first year to second year was significant, but I didn't think I was prepared of how much of a jump it would be to third year. I think the main reason being that I always had this perspective or perception. I always had this perception that as you go up the grades in university, it gets easier and you have more free time and you have your life together. And then I soon realized that in third year, that is not the case. It is much more busier than I expected. I know this for a fact because it just feels like I don't have enough free time to just do me, time to just enjoy myself in the weekends, even if it's just waking up and just watching a series. And I thought it was a me problem until I spoke to other classmates who are also doing third year of visual communication design. And even the people who would prioritize, making sure weekend time is weekend time and have basically good time management have been finding this year a bit more challenging. This year is the first year I feel like I am fully doing what I came here to do. It's very design oriented. I feel like in first year it was still, the whole integrated thing. And now this year it's progressed from us beginning to kind of specialize more in second year, and now third year we're fully going into the design process. The good news about this year is that we have less modules. Now, fortunately, in third year, it's fully art modules. We still have visual studies, which is more of like the art theory module that we have. So far in the first semester, we were doing web design, we're doing branding to the point of like from the logo to the campaign to the slogan to within that it was also based on a certain theme. So I don't know why, but especially in the first semester, we're dealing with a lot of ecology and environmental stuff. So for the entire term, we had been dealing with that, but in different shapes and manners. And some of the projects we'd be building up, as you know, we still have that 1 week or 2 week or 3 week long project sort of division. But with some of the projects, it will be like building up from the previous project we'd have. So that was kind of great. It felt a bit intimidating at first because we have to think of almost like real life issues, but kind of imagine our own solutions, imagine our companies that would create this and design that. And that's fun. And at least with like doing visual communication, even though you have to create like a physical mock-up of what you're doing, it's not like it has to like practically work in real life right now, which I am very, very glad of. Been doing a lot of research-based work that made us have to take trips to other local areas and having to sort of interact with the environment, interact with the people around there, and to sort of create the projects that we were working on within that place and within the social concern that we're trying to investigate at that place. An interesting thing I've seen amongst my peers this year, especially the people who I'm studying with, is that it seems like everyone has stepped up. You can see that people are finding their personal voices and are translating that into the work that they produce. and it's a wonderful thing to see. And that has sort of also, I think, because we've been doing this for a few years now, we've seen the quality of the work improve. And that means, at the same time, it means that personally, you kind of feel like you can't really slack, because in the years before, it was like you'd see a varied levels of work. But now it's like the difference between like great work and well-produced work, and maybe work that doesn't show the same amount of effort. It's quite obvious to pick and see. And so I personally find that sort of encourages one to not slack. That I felt about third year, especially when I came back home for the holidays, was that I felt quite an ample amount of burnout. And I think what might have done that was internships. A very big aspect of third year is internships, because the first year where we technically can, go out there and ask ourselves, where do we want to be after university, and go try out jobs within our field and different positions, and seeing how we sort of work in the real life environment. You have to find your internships on your own. You have to be out here emailing people, showcasing your CV, and you have to deal with sometimes rejection. Some of my emails wouldn't be responded to, or they say maybe they're not taking internships this year. And so you have to deal with making peace that sometimes, even if you have like a dream place you want to intern at, it might not be where you get an internship. But fortunately, I did get one at an arts festival, and it was quite fulfilling. It was a great thing to sort of situate myself on the more of the work side of being in the creative industry. Overall, third year is when things get real. It's when you start to realize this is what you came here to do. And that's the rewarding thing about third year, is like I'm feeling now like, okay, I'm doing the course that I came here to do, and realizing that over the years it's just been a culmination of learning those skills and then being able to apply them easier and easier, and that it's also been a way to ease us into getting full on into design. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I am creating this to give you a first-hand account of what it's like being in the course while I am going through it. You can check my channel. You can see videos as early as my first year, and you can see how my perspective and experience of the course is sort of culminated over the years. So yeah, thank you so much. Bye.